I was busy editing the new Vegas video for Joshua Graham where he approaches the player and cites the Bible. I wasn't sure which passage he was citing, so I decided to look it up out of curiosity. This curiosity led me down a rabbit hole of sorts when I decided to find out which version of the Bible he was quoting from. He opens by saying,
"By the rivers of Babylon there we sat down, yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion,"
which is the first verse, but then he skips all the way to the 7th. I figured it's in order to save on time since he's trying to make a point about what his plans are, and that becomes abundantly clear at the 9th and final verse.
"Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones."
Joshua Graham is a Mormon, and according to Wikipedia, the text of the Latter-day Saint Church's English language Bible is the authorized King James Version, so it came as no surprise that Joshua quoted the King James Bible word for word, sort of, almost. For a while I thought that maybe he's quoting verse 7 from a different version, because he says,
raise it even to the foundation.
And the King James Bible says, raise it with an S instead of a Z, even to the foundation thereof. I thought maybe there is one that matches up perfectly, but there isn't. They either spell raise with an S, add thereof at the end, or say to its foundations. But eventually I said, you know what, King James, it's close enough. They probably dropped thereof because it's not entirely necessary, and spelled raise with a Z when writing the subtitles because that's how most people spell it today. Not a big deal. I've been to a Mormon church once. I used to date a Mormon girl and she asked me to join her. I heard some sermons and spoke to some people. There were disagreements, of course, but that was bound to happen. I should note that her breaking up with me had nothing to do with it. Either way, Chris Avalon was detailed enough to have him quote the King James Bible since that is the version of the Bible he would have read as a Mormon. Psalm 137 is pretty messed up though. You can tell that it's from the Old Testament. Fire, brimstone, and death. The New Testament is based off Jesus Christ, who was basically a pacifist, but Joshua makes a good point when he says,
"When our Lord entered the temple and found it polluted by money changers and beasts, did he ask them to leave? Did he cry? Did he simply walk away? No. He drove them out. It is one thing to forgive a slap across my cheek, but an insult to the Lord requires... No, it demands correction."
Basically saying that even to Jesus, a man who wanted to teach kindness to people, had a line. This was the line. This is a temple. People are supposed to be able to come in here and feel safe and at peace. It's not a place for this. So get the apathy out of here. You know what else though? The whole time I was looking into this, I couldn't stop thinking about this song called The Psalm of Lydia by the band Nevermore. Another band I was a fan of but has since broken up. Obviously they're using the word psalm in its literal meaning. Wikipedia says that it's derived from the Greek translation meaning instrumental music, and by extension, the words accompanying the music. I've been wanting to do more lyric analysis videos, but I couldn't figure out a way to tie them into Star Wars. But I think I'll just do them anyway. Just look at this. When I blacked out in the winter months of Capricorn, I had a strange dream that I lived 1,000 winters gone. 1,000 winters faded gray and shuddered by the wind. To tell the tale of Lydia, her legacy begins uprising, unveiling the absurdity and the tragedy of man, and its hero, the all-seeing worm. What's the all-seeing worm? I feel like this is worth looking into. But anyway, that's all I had to say about this. A quick video where I get to talk some more. The more comfortable I become, the better videos I can make, and I'll have one less limitation, because I still hate the sound of my own voice. I'll go back to working on these New Vegas videos now. Oh, it's been a year now, so that financial situation I had before has been somewhat resolved. I didn't get all my money back, but it was a decent enough chunk. I still dream of one day building a new desktop PC from scratch, gathering all the parts and putting it all together. The rig I'm running is a Frankenstein of a machine. Most of the hardware has been upgraded and replaced over time, but it still carries some parts, going all the way back to a pre-built family computer my father bought in like 2002, I think. I'm not trying to segue into mentioning that donation button in the description box below, I'm just saying, I won't stop you. I would like to thank the people who have donated though. You have no idea how motivated it makes me feel to know that people see real worth in my thoughts, basically. But my PC kind of reminds me of this riddle concerning an axe and a zombie looking for revenge. The axe wielder had killed a man a year before and broke the handle. He got it replaced. In a separate incident, he chipped the blade, trying to kill some kind of mutated slug creature. So he replaced that too. When the zombie of the man he killed appeared, the man grabbed his trusty axe and the zombie yelled, "That's the same axe that slayed me." Was it though? Am I technically running a 17-year-old PC? I don't know. The riddle is from my favorite book. But anyway, yeah, for real now. Video over.